a pizza party because the seniors will be busy Tuesday and Wednesday because finals are coming up. We're just going to have a pizza party for juniors and 8th graders who tied in class points. So pizza will be in the quad tomorrow, and also ice cream will go to the freshmen and sophomores. So see you there. Sorry, guys.
Hey, you've been excluded. Sorry.
You guys have a barbecue tomorrow, and Wednesday, many of you have an AP celebration. Sorry, guys.
Enjoy your food. Also, JSA meeting, roommate, one last debate, maybe something controversial like Obama or something. Obama. So be aware of that. Also, it's not too late if you want to check out the club. I mean, last day, you can still find it cool. Right.
Good morning. As we look ahead to finals, it's a great time to think about those healthy habits we can follow to make ourselves smarter. And in that respect, I'd ask you to think about 2 habits you can follow this week that will be helpful for your finals. One would be your diet, and one would be sleeping. So let's think about sleep as a regenerative process. This is a good week, and as well as next week, a good couple of weeks to make sure that you get enough sleep or more sleep rather than less sleep. And with regards to what you eat, it's a good time to be thinking about not only food as something that tastes good, but food as fuel, and to be thinking about putting good fuel in your system for momentum through the day, getting the good carbohydrates that you need, getting a balanced diet with protein and some greens in there. And if you're not sure what you should be eating, we recommend that you basically maintain the diet that you already have without trying to mix it up with certain kinds of stimulants and whatnot that you think might help you get through finals, but are in fact not really going to be very good for your brain that day or the following day. If you want to talk to somebody about any of those habits, please check in with a teacher, faculty, or staff member on campus. We're happy to help out. And we're really wishing you a lot of luck and success in the coming weeks on your finals.
First of all, Angela gave a fabulous recital in here on Friday night. Thank you. I enjoyed it tremendously. And second, reminder to the orchestra that we will see you at 7:40 on Wednesday morning in the music room to prepare for graduation. And to the chamber choir, we will see you at 2:50 on Wednesday afternoon for the same purpose.
Just a reminder that tomorrow, seniors, is your barbecue hosted by the Alumni Relations Office. It'll be Coach K's barbecue, and there will be door prizes. If you want to bring something for your time capsule, please remember to bring something. We will meet on the basketball court, and we'll have lots of good stuff for you.
I'd like to add just one little note to Mr. Raymond's very good advice about sleep and about good food. The holy trinity of health includes a third factor, and that would be exercise. It would be a good idea to keep moving. But on another subject, and one that is bitter and sweet, this is the time of year that we recognize a lot of people for their achievements. We thank people for the things that they have accomplished on behalf of their classmates and their classes and the school. We prepare to say farewell to some of our friends in the senior class, and I like that word farewell better than goodbye, because we certainly hope it's not goodbye, just that you fare well next time. But I want to take a moment and ask all of you to join me in saying farewell and saying thank you to somebody who has served the school really well, who's been a great friend to students and to faculty, and who, could I do anything to stop the passage of time and change? I certainly would, but our very, very much beloved librarian Carol White has decided to retire at the end of the year, so you've got a couple of weeks to stop by and tell her, as I'd like to now publicly, thank you, Mrs. White.
shoot, I wish I hadn't been next. Okay, so I know how much you all love debates. I know how much you all love to argue, intellectually and for the fun of it. So, the 8th grade and I are trying an experiment this afternoon. We're doing they are doing public debates, and you are invited to come. They're going to be team debates. We'll start at 3, so if you can't get there till 3:30, we understand. But do come in, 3 till 5. We will have a panel of esteemed adjudicators determining who will be the winners in these debates. And the topics are pretty sophisticated, I would say. So I hope that you can join us.
Where?
Oh, in the theater.
Just this past weekend, we had our mathletics competition, and students competed against all the students in Monterey County. And first I want to thank all the people who competed. I know it took time to meet with your mathletics teachers, to practice, and to also wake up early in the morning on Saturday to take a math test. So I really want to give you guys a hand first, just for and actually to be really efficient, can I have Eli, Healy, and Caroline be coming down, as well as Angela, Angel, and Colby? Can you guys just keep they're all good. Okay, never mind. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read the awards then. So for Algebra 2, Yu Ching Kao, he got honorable mention. For pre-calculus, we had Evan Coleman, John Lim, and Myra Melendez, all getting honorable mentions. For geometry, we got Tiana and Will Cassiano getting honorable mention, as well as Emma. She placed second overall, and their team got in the top 3. Now for calculus, I wanted them to come down because for calculus AB, I don't think we have ever done this before, but they actually swept first, second, and third. So we had Eli third, Haley Lane second. Is Caroline here then? Oh wait, no, she's physics, that's right. And Caroline first, so Calc AB, they won the first place plaque for that, and they swept first, second, and third on that. And then unfortunately, I guess a lot of them are gone today because of the AP, but for Calculus BC, so we had Angela Ng, honorable mention, Angel Wang, honorable mention, and Kobe Allen, he placed first, and so our Calc BC also won the first place plaque for that. I think I'll wait on the last one because I want him to actually be here. So that's it for now.
Hi, I didn't see you there. I was just rummaging through some fresh hipster droppings. It's no big deal. Today on Bad Hunter, we'll be going to a far off and far out land, where businessmen, the homeless, and hipsters roam free. That's right, Portland, Oregon. Now, you can't go into the jungle without having the right equipment. Likewise, you can't go into Portland without having the right knowledge. Now, first you'll need to know how to identify a hipster. Please note that throughout this presentation, I will be referring to a hipster as an it, as no one, not even a hipster, can ever truly identify their gender. Now, to show you how a true hipster looks like, or what a true hipster looks like, I brought my friend, Alessandro the hipster. Everyone, please give a big round of applause to Alessandro. Now, be forewarned, Alessandro is a tame hipster. Most hipsters are far more aggressive in criticizing your mainstream ways. Now, here are a few fun facts about hipsters. The first, they'll go out of their way to seem like they don't go out of their way for anything. They'll shower for hours on end to seem like they haven't showered in days. The second, they hate everything mainstream. Yes, that includes me and you. With a burning passion. The third, they can typically be found with a film camera wrapped around their neck. Or making critical remarks about how the first album of their favorite artist, which, by the way, you've never heard of, sounded so much better than the more recent editions. They ride bikes and Vespas, either because they're eco-friendly or because they're as broke as Michael Jackson's reputation. It had to be said. They wear patterned clothes with flashing colors, a bow tie and suspenders, or just nothing but their facial hair. Now, here's a warning. If a hipster finds you intruding on its natural habitat, it will tear your cred to pieces with insult after insult. Now, to avoid this, we'll have to be very well blended in. So, don your ironic bro tank and put on those hipster glasses, because we're going to Portland. Thank you.
So, as many of you know, York Lacrosse had their first ever championship game on Friday against Stevenson. This is the first time ever that York has ever played in a championship game in lacrosse, at least. Unfortunately, it was not a victory, it was an 8-5 loss. But just like the last 5 games, the score did not factor into how these guys played. Win or lose, York Lacrosse played with the most heart out of any team I've ever seen before in my entire life. We went from being, in our inception of 2006, to relying on one guy to make all our plays, to be able to rely on every single part of our team. This is the first time I've ever seen any team in our county of lacrosse to ever pull this off. I'm extremely proud of my boys. And I'm confident that, especially under the leadership of Gordon Cheesebro, our MVP of the year, that the guys are going to do exceptionally well in the next coming years and win every championship, I can guarantee you. These guys are the best group of boys I've ever played with. I told myself I wasn't going to crack. York Lacrosse is a great team. And they're freaking awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so that's kind of hard to follow. But I need to see Johnny, Taylor, Monsef, Sam Adams, and then also Halsey right after break at the flagpole.
To echo Mr. Raymond again, there's no substitute or acceptable substitute for sleep, exercise, and good diet. But to kind of add to the mix, Key Club was selling the final survival kit, so just want to thank all of the people who pre-ordered. We didn't have the time resources to create extra ones, so if you didn't pre-order a final survival kit, I hope you guys will consider buying one next year. But to those of you who did order one, we will be having them, or they're in the quad, so bring $3 and find a Key Club officer who has them. Thanks.
I see with my binoculars on the horizon elections in June 5th. If you want to register to vote, talk to me and I'll get you the forms. Thank you.